They say knowledge is power. How well do you know women? Understanding them can unlock doors you never thought possible, especially in relationships. Because sometimes what seems like love can turn into betrayal. Sometimes what feels like connection could lead to heartbreak. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'll reveal the 5 most dangerous things she says that signal it's time to run. When she utters these 4 seemingly harmless words, your first instinct might be to laugh it off. If you respond with a forced laugh, she sees your tolerance for disrespect. If you call it out, she labels you as too sensitive. Either way, she wins. But if she doubles down, becoming defensive or dismissive, then it's time to step back. Ah, yes. The classic manipulation tactic, twisting love into a twisted game of blackmail. You excitedly tell her about it, only to be met with, "If you really loved me, you'd cancel that and stay with me." She turns love, a beautiful bond, into a bargaining chip. Ever shared your dreams with her only to have her crush them with a, "If you really loved me, you wouldn't"? It's as if she holds your happiness hostage, demanding sacrifices that leave you questioning your sanity. You question yourself. Is she right? Should I prioritize her comfort over my ambitions? But remember, true love isn't transactional. 3. This isn't a suggestion. It's a threat. A way for her to hold all the cards. She's dangling the idea of breaking up to see if you'll chase after her. And it's a tactic that preys on your deepest fears. Maybe we should see other people too. But remember, say firmly. But why? Why does she do this? Simple. Because she craves attention and validation. I appreciate you, but I'm not lucky. I bring value too. These words strike back at her inflated ego. If not, if she becomes defensive or dismissive, then it's time to move on. Tell her calmly, "This dynamic isn't healthy for me. I'm stepping away." Remember, a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and admiration, not on one person constantly belittling the other. They remind her that you're not just a pawn in her game. By constantly putting herself up on a pedestal, she ensures that the spotlight remains fixed on her. If you're unsure, if she's unwilling to provide either, then she doesn't deserve your time. Picture this. You've been waiting for her to return home all night. And until next time, remember, knowledge is power. Invest in yourself. Because she wants to be the judge, jury, and executioner of your trust. The silence is deafening. Finally, AM rolls around and you inquire, "Where were you?" Say, "I don't need every minute of your day." But open communication is respect. I only invest where that respect is mutual, only to be met with the cold, "I don't owe you an explanation." That's your journey. I'm looking for someone who's all in. Let's end this before resentment builds. These words are your shield against her manipulation. They're your sword against the uncertainty she's created. You hold the power, each one chipping away at your sanity until you become the investigator in your own relationship. You choose when to walk away. Maybe we rushed into this. If not, if she persists with the deflection, then it's time to walk away. Tell her gently, "Without openness, we can't build trust. Can you meet me halfway? Monogamy isn't for me. Maybe I need some space." Each variation carries the same dangerous undertone. She wants control. Oh yes, the dreaded "we should talk" opener. Imagine you've just had a fight. Words have been exchanged, tears have fallen, and as you try to piece things back together, she drops the bomb. "Maybe we should see other people." It doesn't involve quid pro quo or sacrificing your aspirations for empty comfort. Say firmly, "This dynamic doesn't work for me. Take care." Remember, respect is earned and maintained. Say, "Love isn't a transaction. I can love you and still pursue my goals." This simple statement elevates the conversation from a guilt trip to a matter of principle. If she's not willing to give it, then she doesn't deserve it. Then there's room for dialogue. If not, she's subtly telling you that you're not good enough for her. This isn't humility. It's ego disguised as kindness. And believe me, it's a slippery slope. Translation: I'm the prize and you're lucky to win me. If she continues to play games, then it's time to close the book on this chapter. Because in the dance of relationships, it's essential to lead with clarity. If not, if she persists with the manipulation, then it's time to move on. 2. You're lucky I'm with you. Every so often you'll meet a woman who makes you feel like you've struck gold. The kind who bathes you with praise, telling you how fortunate you are to have her. "You're so lucky to have me," she might say, her words dripping with false sweetness. Most girls would kill to be in your shoes. Tell her calmly, "Love that demands proof by dismantling my purpose isn't love." With that, walk away without looking back. You deserve more than the hollow shell of love she's offering. Maybe it's been disguised as, "If you really cared, you wouldn't hang out with those friends." Or perhaps, "If you truly loved me, you'd drop everything right now." she's turning affection into obedience. And the worst part is it works. Suddenly, she leans over, eyes twinkling as she says, "Wow, you really chose that outfit, huh?" Or maybe, "So you couldn't afford the nicer cut of meat, huh?" The crowd around you chuckles at her witty remark. Simple. She thrives on power. The more she can erode your self-assurance, the more she tightens her grip on your relationship. Soon, you're second-guessing every decision, tiptoeing around conversations and gradually handing over the reins of your life to her. But internally, your confidence takes a hit. Her casual jab, though seemingly light-hearted, is actually a subtle attack on your self-esteem. After all, nobody likes to think their partner is mocking them. But behind her flippant dismissal lies a cold calculation. She's testing your limits, gauging how much disrespect you can tolerate before you break. Number 5. I was only kidding. Relax. Imagine this scenario. You're both at a party, lights flashing, laughter echoing. She's not just joking. She's measuring your reaction, assessing whether she can get away with belittling you. But why? What's her game here? Why is she tearing down the very fabric of your trust and respect? You may wonder, how can I protect myself from such manipulation? It's easier than you think. In that moment when she delivers her cutting remark, don't just brush it off. Don't let her gauge your pain. Respond calmly, confidently. Look her in the eye and say, "I'm all for playful banter, but let's keep it respectful." This simple line of defense does 3 powerful things. 1. It calls out her behavior without being aggressive. 2. It sets a clear boundary, making it clear you won't tolerate disrespect. 3. It refuses to play into her game of making you seem too sensitive. If she appreciates your comment and adjusts her tone, then congratulations, you've leveled up in the relationship. Number 4. If you really love me, you would. Picture this. You're planning a trip, an opportunity to grow both personally and professionally. Think about it. How many times has she used similar tactics? Her words pierce your heart, stirring a whirlwind of emotions. That's why when she issues her ultimatum, you must respond with conviction. If she agrees, if she recognizes the validity of your words, then there's hope for growth in your relationship. No, now, she might hint at it in other ways. You'll find yourself in a tailspin of confusion. Will she stay or will she go? Should you chase her or let her go? And when that time comes, if she responds with more honesty, no, but behind her facade of generosity lies a darker truth. When she constantly reminds you of how fortunate you are to have her, it's a sign that she's setting herself up on a pedestal. You'll soon find yourself molding into someone you're not, all in an effort to please her. So when she starts her game of making you feel lucky, hit back with a dose of reality. If she reacts with understanding and humility, then there's potential for a balanced relationship. Number 1. I don't owe you an explanation. In one swift sentence, she's dismantled the trust between you. But why? Why does she do this? Why now? You'll often hear variations of this phrase. Stop interrogating me. My life is my business. You're just paranoid. But how do you combat this manipulation? When she shuts down, refuse to play her game. If she responds with honesty, explaining her actions, then there's room for rebuilding trust. If the answer is still unclear, then walk away. Because a healthy relationship thrives on trust and respect. As always, thank you for watching. If this video has made sense to you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and also share to your friends.